What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the next adventure. If you have never seen any of my videos, I live full-time in this teardrop camper. Myself and my dog, Copper. Hey, showed up just in time. But not today. Today, I've got the pack loaded up. We're gonna head up into that valley where there's trees. I haven't seen trees in a couple of weeks because I've been in the desert for quite a while. We're gonna head up there. We're gonna finally use my hammock that I've set up one time and I've not been able to sleep in yet because I've been in the desert. So let's get into it. I don't know how far up this valley we're gonna go. Doesn't look like we have to go too terribly far to get some good trees to post up into. But check this out. So this is very interesting. You see this? This is actually a creek, obviously, but about a quarter mile up the road, when I drove up there yesterday, it was flowing. The whole creek bottom actually had water in it. And it was flowing really good. But somewhere from here to there, it just stops. I don't know if it goes into the ground or into a pond, and it just doesn't, it's too hot and it's evaporating too fast. Thought that was kind of interesting. You got kind of the idea here is, you can see behind me, you can still see the vehicle. It's not that far at all. But the idea is I wanted to stay within sight just because, well, as some of you may know, that's everything I own, and I have my solar panel out and everything still. I don't want to lose any of that stuff. So here we are at the tree line. Looks like fairly young trees. Now let's find a spot to put a hammock up. Tree location number 2. This is much better. Now well, actually that worked out pretty good. I know last time I was having trouble getting air in the bag, but this is the trick. Just, yeah, we already filled it up. That was awesome. Clean out some brush underneath. And this is gonna be a good sleep, holy moly. We're set up. I'm pretty excited to sleep in this thing tonight. It's so comfortable, it's kind of crazy. Slowly but surely, our other campsite is in shade now, but originally I wasn't gonna stay in this campsite here. I was gonna go up because that's where that water was running, and I only had about a half a gallon of water left, and I wasn't gonna be able to survive much more than a day on the amount of water that I had. I was gonna move up there to where the water was running, but these nice people this morning, they were in a pretty sweet van. They were headed to a place where they knew they were going to get more water, so they filled up my water for me. I really appreciate it. That was really kind of them. So now I can last here for a while. But plans have changed again because the 4th of July is coming up, and I am, as of about an hour and a half ago, headed to Colorado. The reason is my brother has some property out there and he's headed out there, so I figured, why not? I'll go spend the holiday with him and probably spend some time in Colorado for a while. But as for tonight, I'm gonna get this a little tighter, get everything set up here, and we're gonna eat some dinner. It'd be a good evening. Tonight, we are going to have Santa Fe black beans and rice. Keeping it simple since I'm up here and I didn't exactly want to haul in all cooking gear and stuff like that. And I was smart. I boiled water earlier today off of the solar power, so I should have enough hot water in here to heat this up, and I think I have enough. I brought some tea for later. Yeah, you won't be able to see that, and I'm on a gnarly hill to jump down to show you, but it's got rice, corn, black beans, bunch of seasoning. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Oh man, there goes all of our tea water. Oh well, is what it is. Oh, it's hot. Give it a decent shake as long as it's not too miserably hot. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set it in this pouch up here. Let it set for 10-15 minutes. Let's check out this meal, shall we? It's been about 10 or 15 minutes or something. It's still nice and warm. Squishy. So it's black beans, rice with zesty Southwest flavoring made with corn, carrots, red and green bell peppers. 640 calories per package. 20 grams of protein per package. Just add water. Bon appetit. Oh, black beans are good. That'll do. Well, I do want to give a huge shout out to a good friend of mine, Chris. He supported me at the very beginning of this journey. He was one of the first, I guess you could say he's my first Patreon. He helped me out and I very much appreciate it. Thanks, man. Also, he is working on getting a podcast started, so when that's up off the ground, I will let everybody know and you can check it out. You know, I'm starting to realize, like last night, I was like, really? You're gonna pull that close next to me? But then, you know, I should be more welcoming. It's awesome. I actually met some really cool people out of it. Some people that come from Seattle and the other people came from Kansas, and they actually helped me out a lot by giving me water. Very much appreciative if you see this video. So I need to not worry about it. If somebody wants to pull close to me, come on. Meet more people that way. It's what a lot of this journey is gonna be about, I think. At the beginning of this thing, I thought, I'm not gonna see anybody, you know, it's gonna be a little lonely at times, and actually I've met a lot of people in the first month here that I never would have thought I ever even would have met. It's been actually really great. Everybody I've met has been super awesome, super helpful, super friendly. Anyhow, I'm going to munch down on this, kick back, and probably see if I can't make a little tea. We'll check back in at tea time. Well, it's tea time. Oh, this stuff smells so good. It's not hot tea, but it'll do with what I have. So far, this hammock is 2 thumbs up. Well, if you like this sort of thing, feel free to follow along. I have no idea what my next adventures are gonna bring, so it could be interesting. Tonight will be the first time Copper's gonna sleep out in the woods on the ground. We'll see how he does. I'm gonna drink the rest of this tea, and the sun is almost gonna disappear in here in just a couple minutes, and I will see you in the morning. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and that was a rough night. Not due to this. This was super comfortable. It was a rough night due to 2 things. One, there was a lot of critters running around out here last night. This little patch of woods here gets real busy in the middle of the night, apparently. I think mainly elk. They were stomping their hooves and snorting pretty close here. So that in turn, Copper's head was on a swivel all night long. I tried to have him sleep outside of this thing because I didn't want to mend this thing. Turns out he doesn't stop. He any tiny little noise he would try to he would go point at and turn around and look and this and that. I was like, alright, well, get in this thing. That way we can try to get some sleep. That didn't work. He laid at the foot of here, but his head was on a swivel the whole night. He didn't sleep at all. Just hear anything, you just be... And then you start growling and barking, so... It's 4 in the morning. It's time to... I'm gonna pack up. We're gonna head back to camp. and that way maybe we can get a couple more hours of sleep. I maybe got an hour, maybe 2 hours of sleep throughout the night. Let's try to go get some more sleep. That's probably gonna tie it up for this video. So if for some reason you like this sort of thing, feel free to follow along. And I appreciate you watching, and on to the next adventure. We got all packed up. You can see sun's coming up. It is a beautiful morning.